Hello friends, welcome to Access Zombie Code. This is the continuing video of the login form. In this video, we are going to learn the front-end validation. So you can see all the things are same as per our previous video. Additionally, in the registration form, I add couple of more fields like mobile number, country, etc. So why the validation is required? If a user did not put some value and save his details, then it will easily saved. Or in the email ID field, if he enter the invalid email, then it will also easily saved. So we have to take care about this. That's why we are using the validation. So let's start. So let's check what we are doing in this video. When all the fields are empty and if I click the register button, then it will show an error. So all fields are required. Now if I put an username, if I insert a invalid email ID, then how it will show an error? Check this. So the email address is invalid. If I put more than 4 character, then it also email invalid email. So it also showing an error. If my password is all are in small character, then it will also show an error. If the password is less than 8 character, then also it will show an error. So in the password case, I have to put an uppercase, one special character, one number. Password error is gone. For the number case, if I put some character insert of number, then also it's showing an error. If I put 10 digit of number for the mobile number, then it will remove the error. For user country, that's also same like the username and the designation, the select field. If I just touch and did not select anything, then it's showing an error. So let's do that. In Angular, there are two types of form. First is template driven form and second one is reactive form. Here we are going to use the template driven form. So first we have to create a model interface. In the user data model class, I will create all the fields respective to our registration form. So the syntax is So next is email, password, mobile number. I will copy this username, user email, then user password, then user country and designation. That one is mobile number. So user have a mobile number. So our model class is ready. So now I have to register the model class inside our register page. User model, here I have to add the missing property. So that's it. If I want to check what is the output of my form, then I will create a method. In the HTML file, we have to declare all the validation property. In the registration HTML file, first we have to declare the form attribute. So I add the form attribute in the form tag. So this is my method. Once the button is submit clicked, then it will first validate and open the submit method. Now in the input field, so the first one is username. In the username, this is a simple field. So we just give a required command and it will show an error if the value is not present. For that, we have to add all the attribute of input. So I give the input field where the name is username, the input type is text and I put a placeholder, enter username. After that, if the field is not valid, then I have to display a message. For that, I took another div for the message. Inside the div, I have to check is the field is valid or not. So I give the condition for if username is invalid or username is touched or username is dated or username is invalid, then the message will be show. So the message is please enter the username. Let's check what we did. Let's check the username error field is working or not. If I touch the username field but I did not put any value, then it will show an error. Yes, correct. If I add something or I put my name, then the error is gone. So the username field is working properly. Let's work on email field. So in the email field, the input type is email. The name of the field is email. Placeholder is email, or I can change that to user email. The user email field is going to bind with the ng model. So let's copy these things and put there. Here my field is user email, and user email bind with the ng model. The reference of the ng model is user email. So I will check the ng model from here. The placeholder is already given, and I put the required here. In email there is a pattern, so the pattern we have to put here. I already have a pattern of email, so I directly put that. So here I put the pattern of my email. It means there must be a letter or numeric or some character before the at the rate. After the at the rate, there must be a 2 character or 3 character of letter numeric value, and after the dot, the domain extension will be maximum length is 4. So the error message, I will copy this and put it here. So this is user email. Copy this user email. Here I am checking the condition if email ID is invalid and form is touched, or form is invalid, or email ID is invalid and form is submitted. I can check another condition. The form is dirty. So the syntax is user email dot dirty. If any condition is satisfied, then the email error message will be shown. The error message here, there are 2 types of requirement. One is required if the field is empty, then it will show some error, and the pattern is not matched with the given input, then it will also show an error. So the 2 type of error message is email address is required and email address is invalid. For that, I put the condition if the email address is error, then which type error? It will required type or pattern type. According to that, it will show an error message. So let's check if my email ID is empty. So there is an error message, email address is required. If I put an invalid email ID, so it's showing an invalid email address. If I touch and did not do anything, so it also showing an error, email address is required. So next is password. All the property of the input field are similar to the email field. So let's copy this and paste there. I have already these 3, so I'll copy from here to here. This field is going to bind with the user password. I take the reference of the model with the name is user password. So I have to put this here. So I have to change the pattern according to the password field. So I put the pattern here. The minimum length of the password is 8. There must be a uppercase character, lowercase character, and some numeric value and some special character. Like the email field, there is also 2 type requirement. Like one is required and another one is password. So there are 2 type of error message. So let's copy this and paste there. So I paste the invalid message when the password field having some error. that time it will show. So let's check this one also. Here something is missing. Let's check. I forgot to mention placeholder attribute. Yeah. So if I put some value, it will showing an error like something is error in this field. So I try with some special character and a number. So the error is wind up. If I remove lower character, then also it's showing an error. If I give less than 8 character, then this is also an error. So now the password field also complete. Next is mobile number. As we know, mobile number length is 10 character. So let's do that. Let's copy the email input and paste there. This is the mobile number. Input type is the type is text. It's bind with the user mobile. The reference of the model is user mobile, same user mobile, and the pattern. For this pattern, we have to change from the email one. So here I add the pattern. So let's write the error message for the mobile number. So the error message condition is if the user mobile field is invalid or the field is data or it was touched, then it will show an error. Then the error, which error it will show. There are two types of error. One is required and another one is pattern. So I check the error type is required or pattern. According to the error type, it will show an error message. So let's check the error message for the mobile number. Let's check with the empty mobile number. Here the mobile number field is empty, so it required a mobile number. In the error message, it also that the mobile number is required. If I put some character insert of number, then also it's showing an error 10-digit mobile number is required. If I put 10 character mobile number, then the error is find out. If I add a character, then also it's throwing an error. Next is country. Country is similar to the username. So let's copy that. So it is binding with country, user country. We will check at the same time with the designation field. So let's do the designation one. For the designation, this is a select type field. For the select field, the class is form class. The name is designation. It will bind with the designation. So ng model. So let's copy this from here. Then the error message. So the error message is if the designation is invalid or designation is invalid and submitted, then it will showing an error. Please select the user designation. So let's check this. So first check the user country. If I touch the user country field and did not put anything, then it's showing an error. Else the error is gone. For the same, for the designation, I will choose any of field, then there is no error. If I open the select field and did not select any value, then it's showing an error. If I did not do anything with these two fields, then and I click the register button, then also it's showing an error. The validation of the registration page is complete. Now for the sign in page. For the sign in page, there are two fields. One is username, another one is password. So we will copy this from the registration page. Let's copy the username field from the registration page to sign in page. And the password field. Both the code is added successfully in the sign in page. But now there are some error. This error come because I did not bind the form. Let's copy the form attribute from the register HTML page. The method is login. Here also I have to declare the user model. and the method. Let's check the sign in page. Now both fields are empty and I click the login button. Error message are showing. I put the username only and click the login button. Then the password is required, error is showing. If I add any character without maintaining the password thing, then also it's showing an error. Now I add the password string using one uppercase, one lowercase, one special character, and one number. So the error is wound up. So that's it from the form validation. Here I used some word like touched, invalid, or dirty. I will share the details in the description. What is the touch? What is invalid? This is the validation check type. There is a required minimum length. Username minimum length is 8 character or some character. I can define using this attribute. So in Angular command, there is untouched, touch, dirty, invalid. Lot of command are there. So I'll put all the things in the description with a pattern what I am using in this program.